Kionna, thanks for coming to my house. And I'm really, really excited about buying another house. We need to downsize. Our house is just too big. But I want to buy a house, but I have to pull the money out of the house that I have, right? So all my equity is tied up in the house that I have. So I don't know how to do this because I want to buy a house. I want to buy my next house. But I know I'm probably not taking contingent contracts right now, but I don't want to sell my house. I know that's going to sell quickly. And so I'm kind of feeling like I'm really kind of stuck. Help me walk through this, will you?
Well, Jim, first, thank you so much for having me here. I've always enjoyed working with you, and that's a very valid question and a concern that many buyers have had. So the great thing is I've experienced just that, and I've got a couple workarounds. The first thing is that we could set up an offer that you could receive where they would allow you to actually stay in your home potentially. Close of escrow. It's called a post-occupancy. We could work out some terms that would be more favorable for you as a seller, where you could spend a little additional time after the home closes. So then the proceeds you can actually take, and then we move on to the next property that you're going to be purchasing with me. So how would something like that sound if we were able to close, but yet you stay in the home for maybe 30, 45 days, or as long as you may need potentially?
That sounds great. Could we structure it so we could stay 6 months, or what's our options there?
You know, it's a crazy market right now, Jim, and there's a lot of buyers out there, and there's a lot of inventory that's just not out there right now. So we could definitely look at structuring it to be longer. Say if it wasn't 6 months, is there any other number that might work so that I have that in my back pocket as well?
Well, really, once we sell the house, it's just a question of how soon we could find the next house. So it could be much shorter than that. It could be 30 days or 45 days. So, if we go out and find a house next week, we can close in 30 days. Then I only need, a short period of time after closing.
Absolutely.
So I'm definitely flexible. I just am worried about feeling like I have to buy a house that doesn't fit all my needs.
Sure. What I would recommend then is we try to get it for the longest time frame that we can. And then we also write in that should something change and we want to amend it, shorten it, we've got that flexibility. Okay. That way, all my focus can stay on finding your new home so that we can get you out of this home and on to the next phase.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So outside of having to use the equity to purchase your next home, are there any other concerns that I can address for you?
James, thanks for coming over to my house. My wife and I have decided to downsize, and so we need to sell our house, but we want to go out and buy a house first. We want to make sure we know where we're going. The challenge we're having right now is that we understand that most sellers are not taking contingent contracts, right? And we are contingent. All of our money is tied up in our house, and so we have to sell our house, but we want to buy another house. If we sell our house too fast, then we got nowhere to go, or we settle for something that's maybe not the perfect house. So I want to go out and buy a house with you, but understanding that we got a challenge because we've got this other house that we got to pull the money out of. So tell me how we're going to handle that situation.
Okay, I certainly appreciate that, Jim, and I know that's a big concern for a lot of sellers that they get caught. They don't want to get caught without a home.
Right.
So that's totally understandable. Are you trying to stay in the market here, or are you trying to move to a new location?
No, we want to stay in the market here.
Okay,
sure.
And you just want to downsize to a smaller home. Okay, so what we could really do is there's a lot of opportunities to do bridge loans and things like that, where we can take the equity that you have in your home, we can get you a bridge loan that will enable you to purchase your new home and then turn around and sell your current home.
Okay.
So that way you're not caught straddling. I mean, a lot of people are doing sales right now where they stay in the home until they find something else. Now, you're not interested in doing that. You'd rather purchase a home first. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah. In a perfect world, we'd like to locate our next home first, right? Okay. But we just want to. We don't want to be homeless.
Gotcha. Now, so what if you had, say, 4 to 6 months to look for another home? Do you think that would give you enough time to do it?
I think you could help us find a home in that time.
Well, we could definitely stay in your home and do a lease back and allow you to stay in the home for that time period, at least a couple of months, and probably more to 6 months at the outset, which would give us plenty of time to look. And we can look starting right now for what's in the market and kind of find what it is that you're looking for. What specifically in a new home are you looking for?
Well, we don't need the 5 bedrooms anymore. Probably 3 bedrooms. 2,400 square feet down from our 4,100 square foot home.
Right. Well,
just downsizing.
Excellent. Okay. Well, there's a lot of opportunity for that. There's a lot of homes in that that price, in that square footage.
Okay.
So, and I think we could definitely get your home sold quickly. But again, if we do the lease back or if we do some bridge financing, I think we can definitely get you in either case. If you find a home right away, we can get you into that, or you can stay in the home that you're currently in until we find you the exact home that you both want to downsize into. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Perfect. Well, let's get the paperwork done. We'll get rolling.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.